I'm Eytan Shander with Awesemo. We have 3 plays for you Wednesday night in the NBA slate for Jock Market, but we want you to be part of the Jock Market community first and foremost. So when you sign up on the Jock Market app to be a part of that, use our promo code Awesemo, AWESEMO, and we'll match your first deposit up to $50. The home of DFS turned to the stock market. You buy low, sell high, in-game. Nothing stops when the slate's locked because in Jock Market, it's all about game flow as much as it is taking advantage of our Awesemo's free IPO and other projections that you'll find there for Jock Market. So let's jump in here. Our first play, we're going back to the Klay Thompson well. We got burned the last time out, but this is really about regression. We saw that gigantic game, and we should have known something was coming following that season high, but the reality is it was just a poor night shooting. People will move away from him. Tough matchup, but they are in Golden State, not in Denver. So Nuggets coming to town here. And as much as Steph has been inconsistent at times carrying the team last game, this will be a big bounce back for Klay Thompson. Notice that we're going with Klay Thompson bouncing back, not Andrew Wiggins. We've learned our lesson there until at least after the All-Star break. But in this case for Klay tonight, we love him bouncing back against the Nuggets in Golden State. And just expect the same amount of volume. I mean, that really wasn't the problem. He took 14 shots, just could not knock down anything at all on Monday. So this is really a bounce back night, more of a regression night to the means. And we'll see Klay taking a ton of 3-point shots as well. So that alone is going to be enough to kind of boost him back up. And again, this is all about taking advantage of the downswing where people may be cooling off a little bit. Coby White is in a great spot. He's the second guy that we're going to look at, and he comes off a gigantic game on Monday against the Spurs. We don't expect any real regression here as the Bulls are just down a couple of guys really in the backcourt, and White can take advantage of that. We know Ball's out. Looks like Levine as well. So at this point, there's just a lot of backcourt volume that Coby White can clearly soak up. This is a high total as well, with the Kings coming to town up north of 230, 232 and a half as we're doing this video here for Jock Market. So that's not just the Bulls blowing out the Kings. Looks like this game should be closer, even at a 5.5-point line on the books. So this is more about Coby White getting out there with a ton of minutes and building on what we saw with that game against the Spurs on Monday. And remember, without Ball, without Caruso, Levine in the backcourt as well now, there is a lot of opportunity, volume alone, for Coby White to take advantage of. So from a fair IPO phase, it's free here on Awesemo. We want to attack that as much as we do if this is a close game and Sacramento steals a quarter in the first half, then attacking a guy like Coby White shares is going to pay off exponentially. Last guy is Buddy Hield, and yes, the Pacers come off a back-to-back. They're at home taking on Washington, and this is not a game that should be favorable to the Pacers overall, but Buddy Hield is just dealing with an insane amount of volume. And similar to what we saw with Klay Thompson's last game, it wasn't about shot volume so much with Hield's first couple of games with the Pacers. He just wasn't able to hit much. But that definitely turned around last night against the Bucks. And the amount of shots alone, I think, is consistent, something that Buddy Hield can build on, because if the Pacers are falling out of contention for just anything in general on a nightly basis, then Buddy Hield at the very least going to be able to take 15, 16 shots, took 20 shots last night against the Bucks, and 3-pointers as well. So Buddy Hield is now a threat. This is like Anthony Simons level usage that we should expect from Hield. The pricing hasn't caught up yet. I don't think the public will catch up yet, at least coming into tonight for Hield on Jock Market. So that's where we want to go. Buddy Hield is our third play, and really just anticipating a ton of volume for Hield on this Pacers team that just relies on him and will continue to rely on him to get 15-plus shots a night, and a bunch of those being 3. So Klay Thompson, Coby White, Buddy Hield, kind of that mid-range area for you to attack, especially in the fair IPO, because you can get these guys much cheaper and watch them explode, or play it and see how this thing goes. You have the ability of game flow to determine if it's worth waiting a quarter or two and seeing how each one of these games play out, and then jumping in on Thompson, White, or Hield. But we know that there's going to be volume for all three of them, and that's really why we're targeting them. So use our promo code, target that when you sign up to the Jock Market Community, Awesemo, AWESEMO, and we'll match your first deposit up to $50. I'm Eytan Shander. Have a great night.